Hello, my name is Richard, and yesterday I did a review of the Yoobao case for the Apple iPad. Here it is. And one of the major criticisms of this case is the fact that there is nothing holding the iPad from sliding out of this opening edge right here, which is quite a problem when you have the iPad standing in the orientation like a picture frame orientation, that the iPad just slides right out the bottom here. And so there was some suggestions by some of the posters on the Mac Rumors forum on a way to maybe fix that to stop the iPad from sliding out. And so I took one of those, some of those suggestions to heart and went out searching for their suggested product today and was able to find that. And so let's take a look at how that works, and I think it's a great solution to one of the bigger problems with this case and also other cases, because there are several others out there that also have just the bottom edge open like this. So I think this solution would work for probably any of those. And there was a suggestion that you go out and one of those plastic or rubber circular discs that you use to open up a can with. It's made out of rubber and it's anti-slip. And then someone also suggested the sticky pad product that is used to hold cell phones to the dashboards of your car. And so that's what I was able to find today. And so let me show you how that works and what that looks like. So the product that I got is called the sticky pad, and it is designed to hold your cell phone to the dashboard of your car. So it is literally what it says. It's a sticky pad. And so you put it onto your dash, and then the top of this is made out of a very sticky rubber, and so when you set something on it, it doesn't slide around. So I was able to find this at an auto parts store here in town, and it was about $3, and so very, very inexpensive fix. And it is also available online, and I will post a link to the manufacturer's website when I put this video up on YouTube. So let's take a look at the sticky pad. Here it is. It's just made out of a vinyl type material, but boy, it is sticky almost. I mean, the backside is so sticky that it's almost a slimy stickiness to it. And the top side, the side that you would normally have facing up on your dash, is more of a shiny sheen to it, but it's also quite sticky in that if you took something and set it on it, it wouldn't move around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sticky pad and I'm just going to place it, center it right in the opening, or into the back of the Yoobao case. And there's no glue on this sticky pad. The back side here is just a shiny finish, just very, very sticky, but not glue sticky. Kind of hard to explain if you've never felt this product before, but it just feels slimy sticky, but there's no glue. I mean, you can see that it's very easy to lift this up off the felt. So I'm just kind of pressing it down so that it kind of grips in place right there. And so now we're not going to, I mean, one of the options you could consider is gluing this to the back. That's more of a permanent type of a change to the case, which I didn't want to do. I just wanted to stay back there and do its job of sticking the iPad to the case. So now the challenge is going to be putting our iPad in, because when I go to want to slide this in, it's not going to want to slide on this sticky material. So one of the things that I found, the best way I found to insert the iPad with the sticky pad in there is to kind of lift it up. So I'll show you what I mean as I go in here. So I've got the iPad right up to the edge of the sticky pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the iPad up with this hand. I'm lifting it up so it's a little bit elevated, and I'm going to put this hand in here. I'm going to kind of push down to keep the iPad elevated up and off the sticky pad. Just so lift, push, and slide. Lift, push, and slide until it gets, and so now I'm putting my hand in underneath it to kind of keep it lifted up, and I'm sliding it till it's all the way in to the aligned with the edge of the case. And so now it's all the way in. The sticky pad is wedged between the iPad and the back of the Yoobao case. So now the question is, do I notice any extra thickness? I don't. I don't really notice any difference. I mean, maybe ever so slightly. It's the sticky pad is quite thin, so I think the back just kind of bulges out a speck more. I mean, I can feel it if I really press with my fingers where it's at, but I think that the thickness difference is minimal. So now, of course, the big question and the big test is how well does it work? Well, in the couple of hours that I've been messing around with this, I have to say it works exceptionally well. It does its job and keeps the iPad from sliding out. And so if I take the iPad and flip this around and put the case vertical, or I'm sorry, horizontal like this, so that I can test to see if it slides, and if I shake like this, I'm trying not to give any grip to the iPad, so you can see that it's not going to budge. I mean, it didn't come out in any way, shape, or form. So now let's go ahead and put the flap in the picture frame orientation, set it down there, and you can see that it's not, the iPad is not sliding out at all. Let's even do a little bit of bouncing here on the desk, and it moved ever so slightly if I literally tap it on the desk. So let me give it a push and wedge it right back in there. I'll stand it back up again, and you'll see that the iPad's not gonna, it's just not gonna slide out. So I think it does a fabulous job of keeping the iPad in place. It really keeps it steady. It prevents it from sliding out. Because one of the things that I noticed over the last day that I've been using this Yoobao case is that I kept having a tendency to want to push the iPad in all the time just to make sure that it wasn't even starting to move. Now, since I've had this sticky pad behind it, it has not budged. I mean, you see me pushing on the side here, the whole case is moving before even the iPad is starting to move. So the sticky pad is doing a fabulous job, and I think it literally saves this case from a case that may not be a good option because of the fact that there's nothing on the side here. The only drawback I will say, of course, is if you're the type of person that likes to take your iPad in and out of cases to use it in its native form and then stick it in your case when you want to move around, the sticky pad is not a good solution for you because, as you could see, getting the iPad in and out it takes quite a bit more work. And so you wouldn't want to do that on a regular basis. It just wouldn't make sense. So I leave my iPad in the case 24/7. As a matter of fact, I've only taken it out for these reviews and to try it in other cases. So to me, there's no concern that there's work involved in taking this this iPad in and out of the case. So with that being said, just wanted to give you guys an update that I think it really makes this case into a much better solution, and I highly recommend it for $3. You take a case that allowed my iPad to slip out, to slide out without any trouble at all, to now a case that, as you can see, it's not sliding out at all. So hope that helps everyone, and again, a big thank you to the folks on the Mac Rumors forum who made the suggestion for this sticky pad, and all the credit goes to them. So I will see you next time. Thank you.